It's summertime and I don't drink, but boy, do I be craving cocktails from time to time. So here's what we're gonna do about it. We're gonna brew booch again. I am a previous kombucha home brewer and I'm gonna go back to my stomping grounds and I'm gonna bring you guys with me because it's not as hard as you think and it's also really fun. I need more hobbies and it's a perfect time to do it in the summertime. If you've never brewed it before, come and grow your SCOBY with me. I'll teach you everything you need to know along the way. Let's go. Alrighty, step number one in your kombucha home brewing journey is you need to grow a SCOBY. You can skip this step and you could go on Amazon and you can get SCOBYs from Amazon. The last time I tried that though was my first batch to ever go moldy. And when I grew my own SCOBYs from home, I left a SCOBY sitting for 9 months without touching it and it didn't get moldy. I didn't use it again, but when I used a SCOBY from Amazon, after a couple batches, it got moldy. So I just prefer to grow my own. And it's super easy. It doesn't take very much effort. It does take time and patience though. So let's talk about it. I wanna keep these steps super simple and easy and digestible so that you can follow along with me and it not be too overwhelming. You're gonna do very simple things. We only need 4 ingredients to start this SCOBY journey. So let's go over those things, shall we? Okay, you're gonna need sweet tea, sugar and tea, preferably black tea, to just start the growth of your SCOBY. Stick to black tea at the beginning and then we could venture out. Black tea, caffeinated. Yeah, Twinings is my favorite brand. I love this English breakfast tea. You could use loose leaf tea if you want to. Black tea, sugar, sweet tea. Super simple. This ingredient is probably gonna take you the longest to find, so let me give you a helpful tip right here. Go to your Whole Foods and look for the Synergy brand Pure. You want it pure, preferably with the mother in it. There are some other brands out there that are pure, but they're filtered away from the mother, and the mother is just another word for SCOBY. Some of the SCOBY is still left in here, and that's a good thing. You wanna find this. I haven't had much luck at other health food stores, but I can count on Whole Foods. So, helpful tip. You need some already brewed kombucha to start your SCOBY journey. And last thing you need, a jar. How big? Big enough. It does not need to be this big. It should be bigger than this because this whole bottle and sweet tea is gonna go inside of a jar. So just keep that in mind. It's gonna be like, this is 16 ounces and you're probably gonna do another like 8 to 10. So like 26, like a venti cut. You know what? Do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna do math for you. Big enough, okay? Big enough. Step number 1, we gather ingredients. Step number 2, we make the sweet tea. You guys know how to make tea. Some hot water tea bags. Let it sit for a little bit. Add some sugar, and you're good. So simple, so simple. Don't complicate it, so simple. So here's where I must apologize. The light is crazy right now. What's it doing? What's it doing? Okay, so this is where I apologize because this is more my type B personality is gonna come out a little bit. I'm not gonna follow an exact recipe. I remember a couple of them, but we're just gonna do something loosey-goosey here. You just make a sweet tea, you know? So I'm gonna go with 4 tea bags and 3 tablespoons of white sugar. A sweet tea, it's gonna be great, yeah? Oh my God, Tay, your house is so clean. I'm so jealous. Ah! Okay, another pro tip here, don't let the water get to a roaring boil. Just let that guy get heated up. I'm probably gonna turn it off in a couple seconds because you don't wanna scorch your tea, yeah? You wanna have a nice, smooth, unburnt taste. I'm gonna let that sit. You're gonna let the tea sit for about like 10 minutes anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4 big ones, small ones, some as big as your head and bigger. Here we go. Woo. Wait, you wanna make sure. I bought a whole thing, this is 5. I bought a whole entire box of decaf tea. So I'm just making sure that this is not the decaf tea that I accidentally bought. Oh, dos, trois, quattro. And I was just gonna kind of fill it up until I felt the vibe of it, but let's see. They got ounces over here. Okay, there's a 16 right here. I might go 12 because we got a 16 ouncer over there. Let's do that. Well, ounces, is my camera not gonna pick it up? Fine. The rudeness. This just shattered and be life altering. We're gonna let that sit for 10 minutes. Ooh, honey, those hands. Those are my hands, yes they are. Okay, see you in 10 minutes. Put this guy in the fridge until you're ready to use him, yeah? Okay, me boochies, I grabbed a small little bowl because we're about to take our bags out of our little cup here. So if you watch some videos, some of the proclaimed professionals of kombucha brewing say to not squeeze your tea bags of all that other tea because that'll make it bitter. I don't really know. So we're just gonna take them out and give it a little swirly swirl. Next order of business, we're gonna put in some sugar. We did 4 tea bags and I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons of sugar. When you get to actually using utensils with your SCOBY, you're not supposed to use metal. And I'm just gonna start that process now. I'm just not gonna use metal at all in this whole journey just to give it its best chance. I don't think it affects this part of the growth, but who's to say? Whimsy, right? Better safe than sorry, never too careful. What are the, Ready, I'm gonna do a heapin', honkin' tablespoons. You hear me? 1, 2. Oh, some of that fell out. Honkin'. 3. Let's get it. More important, you see what's going on here, and you can't even really see what's going on here, can you? We got our sugar in there. Stir it around. Just give it a swish. You want to make sure it's really dissolved in there, so here I come with my wooden spoon. Stir that guy. A couple seconds in one direction, then a couple seconds in the other. Really get all that sugar dissolved. She's a beaut. Check the bottom. Check it for me. You see anything? Is it good? Let me know now. Okay. Counting on you. And then the last step is to take this here. I'm gonna add a touch of room temperature water to this. And I'll tell you the reason is because when you are actually making tea for your brews, when you go to put this SCOBY in there, that SCOBY is alive. It's actually alive. It's a colony of symbiotic bacteria and yeast. So that's like a little pet that you have. You gotta keep it alive. It can die. It's like a sourdough starter. It's alive. So if you put something in there that's too hot, you run the potential risk of killing your SCOBY. In this guy here, there is still some of the mother SCOBY left over. So I don't exactly want to put super warm tea in combination with this because I don't want to take any chances of killing the good bacteria and the mother culture that's already in here. Is this step extra? It might not matter. It might not. I might just be overdoing it a little bit, but that's fine. Be whimsical, okay? So we're gonna add a touch of filtered water. Did I mention that? I don't think I did. Please don't use tap water for this situation. You need filtered water. You need a clean jar. This SCOBY, like I said, is alive. It can grow molds. You don't want it eating anything disgusting. Very clean hands, okay? When you're doing this whole process. You nasties, use soap and water, okay? My kids just had a little showcase and their whole thing was health this year. And there's a song that they sing that goes, wash your hands with water and soap. And they just went to town singing that. Okay. I'm gonna leave this sitting for just 2 or 3 more minutes. I need to get a thermometer again. I used to have a whole booch kit. We'll get into that in the next video about this. This will be a series, by the way, because I need to teach you what's going on here. So in the second one, we'll talk about it more. But I used to have a whole kit that would temperature, gauge, everything, all the fun things. We'll grow the kit together again, don't you worry. We're gonna pop back in here in 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah. Hi, I lied. So because I put some more water in there before it gets to room temperature, I'm gonna throw just a touch more, not a full tablespoon, but more sugar in there just to make sure that our SCOBY's got something to eat. It is 3 minutes later and I'm much happier with the feel of that. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Or I guess we're gonna get finished. Let's go. Well, I guess second to last step. You're gonna get your jar. Get your sweet tea. Put it in your jar. So good. You following? Simple, easy. Whole thing. I do not recommend, don't shake it, but do you see how there's some of that left over at the bottom? That's that mother culture. And when you say mother culture, you're talking about SCOBY. So you want that because that's gonna help power this batch to start brewing. Okay, here we go. Oh, love a fizzy drink. And the last thing we're gonna do, open this guy, pour it on in there. Oh, swirl it around. Yep, all the bottom is gone. All the way in there. Beautiful. Now it probably mixed together as everything was pouring in, but I'm just gonna give it one good mix for old time's sake. There we go. If you are wondering, this is 4 cups of liquid. So if you're wondering what size jar to use, 4 cups of liquid is what is in my jar right now. Just so you know. Okay, this is the actual last step in growing our SCOBY. Look how fast that was. Okay, so you need cheesecloth. You know what a cheesecloth is? It's kind of like a towel, but it's breathable, you know? You want something to cover up the lid so that dust and dirt and debris don't get in. But like I said, she's alive and she needs to breathe, okay? She's gonna get nice, thick, and juicy. I'm thinking of naming my SCOBY Meg the Stallion. You let me know. Name recommendations, welcome. Okay, so you're gonna take your cheesecloth. I cut this one up a whole bunch. It came on a much bigger cloth. And so I'm just gonna fold it in half, and in half again, and then I'll put it over the top of here. Just like that. You're gonna get a rubber band. This one's a tad stretched out, so I'm gonna see if I can get it twice, and I cannot get it twice. Okay, but that's fine. Right here. You're gonna store this somewhere that is warm and away from light for 1 to 2 weeks, 7 to 10 days, possibly up to 14, depending on the weather around you and depending on how much sugar you put in here. Lots of factors can factor in, but about 7 to 10, maybe possibly 14 days. So I'll check in with you guys every couple of days and you'll see what we're expecting here. Move a little bit closer. You see this like top layer, how it looks like kind of fizzy, kind of like that. When we come back and the full SCOBY is grown, expect that top layer to have like a big pancake looking booger on the top. Real flat, it's gonna cover the whole surface, but it's probably gonna be the color of the fizz on the top of here. It might be really translucent. It might be thick and healthy. We will see. I'm very excited. This feels like a science project, but you get something rewarding out of it. This whole process is actually really fun. If you can't tell, I'm actually really into it. So definitely follow along. Let me know in the comments below if this was a fun SCOBY growth journey for you, if it was confusing. And also recommendations for names, because you have to name your SCOBY. It's like a pet, especially when you put so much love and care into it, you know? All right, I'm rambling at this point, so bye. Last little, I look like I'm wearing a mask. Last little bit before we go. I know it's gonna be tempting, but as you check on your jar every couple days, don't shake it about. Don't move it, just look at it, no touching. Hands off, no touchy. Got it? Got it. Should we call it Yzma? Or Cusco?